Hey, what's going on, everybody? Mile High back at it with another video, and today we've got another unique attack strategy. We're going to be using a Royal Champion charge with a recall, and then we're going to be going into a Yeti and Super Wizard Smash. Definitely something I haven't seen before, something I've never really tried, so I kind of tested it out in some friendly challenges, and it actually works pretty well. So I'm just going to be showing friendly challenges today, but if you guys want me to take this into Legend League, let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely do that. For equipment, we are running the Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball on the King. We are using the Giant Arrow and Healer Puppet on the Queen. We're using the Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome on the Warden. And then we're using the Hog Puppet and the Electro Boots. You can tweak this to your liking. Obviously, the only completely mandatory equipment would be the Electro Boots. And I would also say you want the Earthquake Boots for sure on your King, because that's what you're relying on most of the time to open the backside walls in the base. So let's go hop into our first attack. Alright, hopping into our first attack, you're just going to be using your Royal Champion to set your pathing. If you can get the TownHall, I would definitely recommend doing that, because these Super Wizards are just so weak. Taking hits from the TownHall can kill them so quickly, so I like to try to remove the TownHall if I can. Obviously, it doesn't always work out. It isn't completely mandatory. It is just nice if you can. We hit the Giga Bomb there, and we almost lose our Fox. I'm using the 7 and 3 Spirit Fox timing so I can keep the Spirit Fox alive for the main push of the army. I feel like it's very important to keep your Fox alive for that, so by 7 and 3 timing, I mean at 57 you'll drop your first, then at 53 you'll drop your second, and then you let your Spirit Fox get a couple seconds of her invis after that, and you won't have to drop your next one until 47, then 43, then 37, then 33. So that's how you time your Spirit Fox. That's what I like to do, and then we recall out. Got a nice little funnel set. We use our Queen with her Giant Arrow and a Siege Barracks to funnel the other side, and then use a wall break to wall break them in. Use a couple Yetis to clean that trash up there so we don't have a bunch of troops wander. And then everything else goes right into the middle. Then you're going to use a jump spell to get into the core, which is very important, obviously, because you're not using any Root Riders or anything like that to open the walls, so you have to get a good jump spell. Then you're going to use a poison on the Clan Castle, since I don't know if Super Dragons are going to stay meta. They were meta because of trying to defend against disarmers, so we're probably going to go back to the triple Ice Golem meta, to be honest. So you might be able to get away with dropping the poison. I just like having it just in case. It is really nice to have just to deal with CC troops. As you see, we are tearing through this base rapidly. Your Super Wizards most of the time aren't going to survive through the whole attack, but they get so much value if you can get them to the core with a rage spell. You see, they are still alive down here, but that doesn't always happen. So we do lose our Royal Champion. And we're just going to 2 times through this, actually, because we really don't have anything else to do. We used our King's Earthquake Boots just to tear through and get through that Monolith, because I didn't want the Monolith to do a bunch of damage to me. As you see, we still actually have Super Wizards alive, which doesn't generally happen this late into the attack. We have a lot of force left. We have a couple Valkyries out of our Siege Barracks. We still have 3 Super Wizards. We have a Yeti in here. We have our King, Queen, and our Warden basically full health. We still have healers. This base was pretty crushed, so it is a really strong attack. Obviously, it's not going to be meta. It's not going to beat things like Root Riders and stuff like that, but it is a really fun off-meta attack if you guys are like me and like using different things. So let's go hop into another replay. Alright, so we've got double Poison Towers this time. Again, that was pretty meta because of the disarmers. I don't know if that'll shift or not. We'll have to wait and see on that. So we're going to go in from the side over here with our Royal Champion and try to set a nice funnel. Again, the main point of your Royal Champion is just to set the funnel. If you don't get a ton of value, it's not the end of the world, as long as you set good pathing for your main army. Because if you can keep all your troops grouped up to get a good Warden ability and Rage, you can tear through any base. So we're going to go through the Poison Tower here. Try to get that out of the way with our Royal Champion so our main army doesn't have to deal with it. Obviously, we'll have to deal with the one on the backside of the base, but it shouldn't be as big of a deal. Use our last invis there. You probably shouldn't be greedy and try to let your Fox go down, but oh man, I really wanted to be greedy there and try to get that Inferno, but it just wasn't going to happen. I was about to get hit by the Inferno, about to get hit by the Scatter Shot. Would have been too risky, so I just used a couple Super Wizards down there to break off the funnel. And then I'll just push in through that multi-Inferno anyway. So I didn't need to get it down. It just would have been nice. So everything going into the core. We'll get a jump spell right here over this section to give access to the whole core of the base. We poison the Super Dragon. We've got a nice grouping on our troops now. We've got our Queen and our Siege Barracks setting the funnel on the outside. Everything else should stay pretty tightly knit together in the middle. And obviously send your Headhunters in with the Warden ability as well, just to shred all the heroes at the front side of the base. That way you can push your Yetis and Super Wizards into the core and take out all the damage in the core. So we do have our healers pathing with our Yetis, which are unfortunately going to get wrecked because of that Poison Tower. But we did get some decent value out of the Yetis. We're going to end on the TownHall here, which could be a little bit sketchy. But look how much force we have. We still have tons of Valkyries from the Siege Barracks, a bunch of Wizards from the Siege Barracks. We still have our Royal Champion, who is healthy with the Fox, still has her ability. We got our Queen, completely full health. We still have our King with his Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball. So this base is going to be crushed. There's nothing left that can stop us. Everything's tanking for that Royal Champion as she's just hopping over the walls, taking out all the defenses inside the walls, and everything else is just shredding everything on the outside. We're going to converge and end on the Town Hall. I'm going to hold on to my King's Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball for that Town Hall. And I'm actually probably going to pop it soon now because our Royal Champion is actually targeting the Town Hall. So I'm just going to do it to open these walls here, get through the backside of the base a little bit quicker. Our Royal Champion's ability does go off, so our Hogs are probably going to die pretty quick when they hit that Giant Bomb, but it's not going to matter. We're going to survive with 3 heroes alive. We still have a couple Yetis in there. Still have our Frosty alive. Again, another pretty crushing, easy 3-star. Like I said, if you can set good pathing at the beginning, the rest of the attack is at a breeze as long as you get a good jump spell. We're just going to 2 times through this because we just had to backtrack for 1 storage. So another nice 3-star. Let's go hop into another one. Alright, this time we have double invis towers, so I'm showing a little bit of a variety of bases, obviously, because you could run into basically anything in Legend League. There is a lot of invis towers starting to pop back up now that the event's over, but it was kind of a double poison meta there for a while. So we're just going to charge in here, try to take out this Ricochet Cannon, try to get the Ground Expo, and hopefully that Archer Tower. If we can take out this whole compartment, that sets up our pathing really nicely for our main push. She's probably going to go up and take out that Air Sweeper, but hopefully she backtracks to the Archer Tower. I'm hoping, yes, she does. So that works out perfectly. We take out this whole compartment, so our pathing is set up very nicely. And we are going to trigger that invis too, which is really nice, because now we can path right through it and not have to worry about it. I knew I wasn't going to get that Fire Spitter, but we actually triggered both of the invis towers with our Royal Champion, which is really nice. We use the Queen, Siege Barracks up at the top. Our wall break actually failed. I thought that wall break would make it through, but apparently it didn't. So we spread everything out on this one just so we can get all this trash, and then everything will go into the middle because of the nice funnel we had. So that's why I spread everything out there so we can't get targeted. We can't have everything get targeted all at once. And we're also taking out all the trash. So since we're getting hit here, I want our Super Wizards to survive, so I use an early Warden ability. I poison over that Super Dragon, and then we get a jump spell into the core here. And then we're going to Rage Spell over that jump because that'll get everything in it. These Super Wizards are going to chain through the whole core, do a bunch of work here with the Yetis. This core is going to get gutted in a hurry. We use our King's Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, the entire core of the base is gone. So now at this point, you just sit back and relax as you clean up. And since we actually are using the 7 and 3 Spirit Fox timing, our Spirit Fox still getting tons of value, keeping our Royal Champion full health through the backside of the base. That's why it's so important to keep your Royal Champion, or not your Royal Champion, your Fox alive. Because you just keep getting invises every like 4 or 5 seconds, and it just keeps your Royal Champion alive so much longer, and she can tear through so many defenses on the base. It just gets so much value. That's why I like it so much. The Queen full health, but she's beating on a wall as usual. Typical Queen. But we still have our Royal Champion's ability, so she should be able to tear through this, no problem. The Queen finally gets over here to help out. We take out the Scatter Shot, take out the Air Defense, and at this point, we just have the Dark Spell Tower and the Laboratory. Another easy 3-star, so I got one more attack for you guys, and I'll catch you guys there. Alright, into the final attack, we have a double Rage Tower this time. So I showed a variety. We showed a double Invis Tower, we showed a double Poison Tower, we're showing double Rage Towers, just to show it works against any type of base. We're going to come in from the back side of the base right here, just try to break one set of these trash buildings out here, because there's so much trash on the outside of the base over here. That's why I wanted to charge through. I knew our Electro Boots could get a bunch of value in there, just taking out all the trash buildings. So I thought it'd be a good spot to set the funnel, so that's why I went in from here. Just keeping the Royal Champion invisible. Also making the enemy King invisible, that way our Royal Champion doesn't target him. Make sure you guys are doing that, because you don't want to waste a bunch of time trying to target the King. So we should be able to get this one Fire Spitter here. Might take some damage, but no, we're actually good. Recall her out. We didn't get the greatest funnel, just because it's kind of hard to break the ring on this one. But it should be plenty good enough. We use the Queen and the Siege Barracks on the left with a Wall Breaker to path in and start setting the funnel on that side. And then everything else is going to come in the middle. All of our Yetis, all of our Super Wizards, our Test Balloons with our Healers. We get a jump spell there to give us access to the core. It probably wasn't the greatest one. I should have saved a Wall Breaker and tried to Wall Break one more time, and then jumped into the Town Hall compartment, but it's still going to end up working out. We're going to make sure we Warden ability and Poison on the Clan Castle so we don't lose all of our Super Wizards instantly to that Super Dragon, because they are pretty squishy. You definitely don't want to let them get hit by a Super Dragon. We use our King's ability. Basically opens up the whole back side of the base. We just missed this one compartment, but it's not going to matter because that's right where our Royal Champion path. So the core of the base pretty much already gone. Now we just have cleanup again at this point. We still have the Monolith and the multi-gear Archer Tower down here, as well as a multi-Archer Tower, but it's not going to matter. Our Yeti Mites should be able to jump over the wall, take that multi-Archer Tower out, no problem. We have the Monolith down here targeting us, but we have so many troops still down there that it's just keeping it distracted. It's not targeting our King, which is really nice. The Valkyries go in, take that out with ease. Royal Champion still alive up here. Queen's going to beat through the wall and get all that trash up there, which is really nice. So we're just going to 2 times through this because at this point it's just cleanup. Nothing that can stop us. We got a bunch of Yetis alive. We kept our Royal Champion alive, our Warden's still alive, our King's still alive, our Queen's still alive. We didn't lose any of our heroes and have tons of Yetis up. An absolutely crushing 3-star. So this is definitely a fun attack that you guys can try out. So let me know how it works out for you guys. Use it in some friendly challenges, and if you like it, take it into Legend League and just tell me how it works out for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next video.